Hello there, time to talk about lazy loading. I think it is crucial to know how to use that feature as it may drastically improve the performance of an application. So let's see how to take advantage of it using Angular and React. Let's go. So I have a React app with two routes. So I have two nav links in the navigation component and two corresponding routes in the layout component. And this routing is working perfectly fine, but it doesn't use lazy loading. So let's fix that. The first thing we need to do is to change these imports into something like this. So instead of importing the component directly from the file, we use React.lazy function to do that. So now we can remove that import and let's do the same thing with cities. And as you can see, now React is complaining that we don't have the suspense element present, and we need to do that as it is used to show something, for example a loader, while the lazy loading route is loading the component. In order to better see how this works, let's throttle our internet connection to slow. And now when I go to cities, we see loading and we can see that a chunk of code has been downloaded on demand. So we have successfully implemented lazy loading using React. This was the official way of using lazy loading in React, and by official I mean that this is what you can find in the React documentation. But you can create your own lazy loading function. So let's replace React.lazy with mylazy. And create the mylazy function. So the function takes one argument, which is another function, and returns the component that we want to show. So let's do that. We will need state. Let's initialize it with empty value for the component. And we will also need the component.mount lifecycle hook. Inside that hook, we can use the function that we pass here. And assign the value to our state. We also need the render function. So if the component has already been loaded, then we can return it. Otherwise, let's just return null. We can also pass the props of the parent to this component. So let's see if that works. But before we do that, we need to export that function. So let's throttle our internet connection once again to slow. And now when I go to cities, which uses our custom lazy loading function, then we can see that the chunk has been downloaded. We are only missing the loading indicator, but we can easily fix that by replacing the null with div loading. And let's try that again. we go to the cities, we have loading and category. Everything works just as before.